The movie starts with a character named Jackie who is waiting nervously in his vehicle. It turns out he has been given instructions by his superior to eliminate an individual named Walter. Jackie used to be a boxer, but due to financial struggles and the need to bail his son out of prison, he is compelled to become a hitman with the task of taking out Walter. Soon, Walter shows up at a restaurant where the target is supposed to be. Jackie hastily puts on a disguise, wearing a fake mustache, and enters the restaurant. Sitting across from Walter, he attempts to scare him with threats. However, Walter remains unfazed and instead pulls out a gun on Jackie. This terrifies Jackie, and he tries to make a quick exit. Jackie takes out his firearm and gets ready to aim at Walter. In response, Walter, armed himself, promptly shoots back at Jackie, sparking a gunfight in the cafe. Sadly, during the chaos, a stray bullet hits the cafe owner. While Walter successfully flees, a waitress named Lola witnesses the whole incident. Realizing that Lola could potentially be a witness, Jackie quickly approaches her, kidnaps her, and forces her into his car. After a few minutes, Jackie instructs Lola to stay put in the car while he contacts his boss to admit his failure in eliminating Walter. Sensing an opportunity to escape, Lola takes her chance. Jackie notices her attempt and swiftly goes after her. Upon catching up to her, a brief struggle ensues. Eventually, Jackie manages to calm Lola and assures her that he means no harm, as he believes he is not a bad person. After hearing this, Lola begins to relax a little. Later, Jackie shared his story with Lola, revealing that he took on the role of a hitman out of necessity. He explained that he needed a significant amount of money to secure his son's release from prison. Jackie firmly believed in his son's innocence, as he thought his son was wrongly accused of theft and imprisoned. Unfortunately, Jackie's failed attempt to eliminate Walter also meant he couldn't gather the funds he needed. Upon hearing Jackie's plight, Lola saw a different side of him and considered him to be a decent person. She then extended an invitation for Jackie to visit her home, as she believed she had a solution to all his troubles. Agreeing to Lola's proposition, Jackie made his way to her house later in the day. To his surprise, he discovered that Lola was the daughter of a wealthy widow. Despite her affluent background, Lola chose a modest lifestyle and worked as a waitress. Lola disclosed that her mother was gravely ill in the hospital and, unless Lola was married, she would not receive any inheritance. In a bold move, Lola proposed that Jackie pose as her fiancé, convincing her mother that she was on the path to marriage and thus securing her inheritance. In return, Lola pledged to share the inheritance with Jackie if their plan succeeded. Jackie, seeing an opportunity, agreed to the scheme. They made plans to visit Lola's ailing mother the following day. However, before their visit, they decided to rest. In the meantime, Jackie's superior, Dom, was informing their boss, Paulie, about Jackie's failure. Paulie, a prominent figure in the mafia, held a position of power, with Dom serving as his trusted aide. Upon learning about Jackie's unsuccessful mission, Paulie expressed displeasure and instructed Dom to eliminate Walter instead. Paulie also urged Dom to apprehend Jackie and bring him to their location, fearing that Jackie might seek help from law enforcement. The following day, Jackie accompanied Lola to visit her mother at the hospital. Playing along, Lola portrayed Jackie as her betrothed and informed her mother of their impending nuptials. She harbored hope that this charade would lead her mother to bestow the inheritance upon her. However, Lola's mother was skeptical and insisted that she would only pass on the inheritance if Lola and Jackie were truly wed. In an unexpected turn of events, Jackie openly shared his predicament with Lola's mother. He revealed his urgent need for funds to secure his son's release from prison, but professed his genuine affection for Lola and his willingness to wed her once his son was free. Surprisingly, Lola's mother proposed that Jackie seek legal assistance and offered to cover all legal expenses. Jackie was elated by this unexpected gesture and promptly set out to engage a lawyer to aid in securing his son's freedom. The focus shifts to Paulie scolding Dom for his failure in eliminating Walter. Paulie, filled with frustration, decides to handle Walter himself and instructs Dom to capture Jackie instead. Later that evening, Jackie and Lola are lodging at a motel. Deep in contemplation about her mother and Jackie's earlier marriage proposal, Lola is uncertain about Jackie's true feelings for her, given their brief acquaintance. The following day, Polly pays a visit to Walter at his ranch. It is revealed that Polly had tasked Dom and Jackie with eliminating Walter, as Walter owed him a considerable sum of money and had been avoiding repayment. Walter, still unable to settle his debt, urges Polly to depart. Despite his building rage, Polly manages to maintain composure as he leaves, plotting his own way to confront Walter. In contrast, Jackie is seen relaxing in the sun outside the motel. After a while, he returns to his room to contact the lawyer he had enlisted, only to be interrupted by a knock on the door. When he opens the door, a man suddenly appears and begins to physically assault him. It turns out that the man is Dom, leading to a brawl between them. Fortunately, Jackie, who has a background in boxing, successfully knocks Dom unconscious. Jackie swiftly takes Lola, and they head to the lawyer's office. Shortly after, Jackie meets with the lawyer and vows to pay any required fee to secure his son's freedom. Jackie explains that his son is innocent and falsely accused of theft by a friend. They agree to collaborate to exonerate his son. Meanwhile, Polly reprimands Dom for failing to apprehend Jackie. This time, Polly instructs Dom to eliminate Jackie by any means necessary. Back to Jackie and Lola, they now have legal representation to assist in securing Jackie's son's release in court. The next day, they return to the hospital to visit Lola's mother and discuss the lawyer's fees. Lola's mother assures them she will cover the expenses. When they reach their destination, they discover that Lola's mother has recently passed away. This derails Jackie's plan to secure his son's freedom. Additionally, since Lola's mother did not leave a will, the process of settling her estate will be prolonged. Despite Lola being the sole daughter, uncertain of their next steps, she and Jackie engage in a heated argument in the car. During this tumultuous time, Jackie struggles with the decision of how to afford the lawyer. Ultimately, he chooses to part ways with the lawyer, even though the trial is scheduled for the following morning. The next day, Jackie attends his son's trial alone. He decides to pose as the lawyer in an attempt to assist his son during the court proceedings. Jackie passionately argues with the judge, asserting his son's innocence and the false accusation made by his friends. Unaware that Lola is present at the trial to observe, Jackie wholeheartedly defends his son. Lola's true feelings for Jackie begin to surface despite their initial arrangement. Shortly after, when the judge inquires about Jackie's son's mother, Lola courageously steps forward and claims to be the boy's mother. Lola testifies in favor of Jackie's son, asserting his innocence. After successfully persuading the judge, Jackie's son was proclaimed innocent and granted release. Overjoyed by the outcome, Lola and Jackie drove their son back home. It became evident that Jackie harbored genuine love for Lola, leading them to choose to live together and start anew. Meanwhile, Hully and his accomplices launched an attack on Walter's farm. Hully, enraged by Walter's failure to settle his debt, seized control of the farm. A confrontation ensued, resulting in a shooting that left only Polly and Walter alive. Soon after, the police arrived at the scene upon hearing the disturbance. Walter, hopeful that the police would intervene to save him, was taken aback. Realizing he was no match for the authorities, Polly surrendered and awaited arrest. As Polly sat in resignation, Walter emerged at a window holding a gun. Mistaking Walter for a threat, the police opened fire, fatally injuring him. With Walter's demise, Polly was apprehended, accepting his fate of being taken into custody. The narrative then transitions to Lola, Jackie, and their son embarking on a trip. Suddenly, their car was rear-ended by Dom, who still harbored intentions of seeking vengeance. Jackie hastily exits the car and attempts to engage in a physical altercation with Dom, resulting in a brawl. Regrettably, Jackie is overmatched, prompting his son to brandish an unloaded gun at Dom. Seizing the opportunity, Dom gains the upper hand by threatening Jackie's son with a loaded gun. Despite his struggles, Jackie refuses to back down, mustering the courage to stand up and plead with Dom to shoot him instead of harming his son or Lola. Jackie also expresses remorse for his failed assignment to eliminate Walter under Dom's orders. In this vulnerable moment, Jackie clarifies that his actions were not an attempt to flee, but rather a quest for funds to secure his son's release from prison. Moved by Jackie's revelation, Dom pardons him, reminiscing about their past working relationship. Subsequently, Dom permits Jackie to depart with his son and Lola. Unaware of Paulie's arrest, Dom remains oblivious to the impending likelihood of his own arrest.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching and see you again soon. Take care.